Hello and welcome to Access Sportsnet. Lakers driven by your Southern California Honda dealers. Chris McGee, James Worthy, Mike Bresnahan. Allie's going to join us in a little bit. What a start to the series. The Lakers get game number 1 in Memphis. The heroes, of course, AD, 7 blocks, LeBron a double-double. We know all that. But it's Rui and it's Reeves combining for 52 points. And big game, James, I want to give you this stats. I think you're going to love it. First playoff game with 4 Lakers, 20 or more points since 1988. Kareem, Magic, Byron, and Big Game James.
Yeah, it's nice to be mentioned in that category, and I just have to give a.
Yes, you do.
This was a special game. A great start to the playoffs, and what we had, and I hope you guys can see this.
Yes, we can.
Is that what it takes to win in the NBA? You have to be connected. You have to trust your teammates. You have to have that cohesiveness. You have to believe in one another. And that's exactly what we saw in this first game versus Memphis. 56 points in the paint, 26 fast break points. AD had 7 blocks.
7.
The team had 11. LeBron had 3. They shot the free throws well. And the role players were so magnificent. It started with Rui. Rui came in hitting threes, kept us in the game, and then Rivers closed it out. Collectively, might be one of the best games I've seen this team play. And you know, it's just a great start, focused down the stretch. Turned it over a little sloppy in the first half, but down the stretch, man, that big run at the end was just. It was just remarkable to see that the Lakers have been on a 9-2 run coming up into this, and they're trending. I always said peaking at the right time is good, and boy, or did they peak tonight or this afternoon?
Yeah, I mean, that game against Minnesota, they seemed tired. You know, they were kind of stumbling through it. Not today. 5 days between games, they looked fresh. They were the better team by far in that fourth quarter. That run they had, a 15-0 run, unbelievable way to end that game. Rui Hachimura, remember, he wasn't near the trade deadline, really. He was about 2.5 weeks before the trade deadline. That was kind of the quieter trade. Only cost them 3 second-round draft picks, which they got back a couple weeks later when they made all their draft day deals. Tons of credit to him. And we said before the game, we said Austin Reeves, okay, he played the play-in tournament game. That's not a playoff game, though, James. This is the playoffs. You're talking best-of-7 series, on the road, hostile crowds. He absolutely met the moment. And Rui, I mean, he's only 1 point off his career high. He's been in the league for 4 years now. He is hitting threes like he's Steph Curry. I mean, he totally turned the momentum of this game around. And the way the Lakers ran away from down the stretch, all those uncontested dunks off turnovers with an injured Ja Morant on the bench, does not bode well for the Memphis Grizzlies.
I want to show you that graphic right there. Most playoff points off the bench. He now tied Michael Thompson at 29. Michael Thompson did that on your team, big game, 1988. Look at Byron Scott, 26 points off the bench in 84. Magic did it in 96. Byron also did it in 97. We forget about that big game. You are on there as well, and so is the Hall of Famer, Bob McAdoo. Rui, incredible. Brez, I'm glad you brought up the 5 of 6 from 3. He was confident. But for me, it's also the 6 rebounds. It's the big body. It's James. It's that knock on him that maybe he doesn't burn all the time. Maybe there's no dog. There was dog in there. He wants to win. He's been showing it time and time again in a Laker uniform. He's not afraid to use his physicality.
Yes.
He's not afraid to defend, and he stepped up in a big way.
It's been a gradual ascent for him. You know, he comes in, get used to LeBron, get used to AD, figure out what Coach Ham wants from him as a role player, and then he was able to take his talents and place them in each category. Score, defender. You remember a few weeks back he had some big block shots at the rim. Big, wide shoulders. He's a big, strong, physical guy, and I you know, don't take me, you know, don't take it seriously here because he's not a Kawhi Leonard, but he has those type of moves. He has the shoulders, so he has the ability to get to his spot and get his shot off. And from 3 today, he was phenomenal on both ends of the court. When he possesses his physicality on the defensive end, you don't see it all the time. Sometimes it's just you can't get around him, you can't move him. very, very valuable in tonight's game. He and Reeves, the double R's, they got busy.
Allie, Brett, you guys are seeing the Hall of Famer at work. Not only did he have a whiteboard, it's also a purple Sharpie that he used. Only someone with his credentials can pull that off. That was amazing, and I love it. So let's go back to Memphis now. Good job, Big Game James. D'Angelo Russell is with Mike Trudell.
All right, D'Angelo Russell, what a close for you guys. What a victory. Over to say something to Austin Reeves. Rui Hachimura, huge off the bench. You, LeBron, AD, provided a lot in that starting lineup, but kind of a total team effort.
Exactly, team effort, team effort. I think everybody was excited for everybody in this one, and everybody played their part and contributed, and we got it done. Simple as that. Everybody's capable on our team, and I think that's what makes us scary.
Yeah, you told us when you got here, you're a grown man now, real even-keeled. Wasn't the best shooting game for you against the Timberwolves. You bounced back after a slow start. Find a rhythm here and really help the team out. How did you approach this game mentally?
Just locked in from since I woke up. Just tried to be locked in with my approach and let my craft take over from there. The preparation depend on that, and this is the result.
A lot of firepower down the stretch with you, LeBron, AD out there, but it was Austin getting going a lot. I know you've been a fan of his game since you've been playing with him. What'd you see?
Honestly, he was just patient. He was patient from the jump, got going. He was out the game a little bit, came back, still on kill mode. And that's what we need. That's what we need. We need everybody to be aggressive and have the mentality that they can get us up out of here. You know, Bron, AD carried the load for a long time. They carried the load for a long time. For us to just help them and support that and step up big, the sky's the limit for this group.
All right, I already mentioned Rui Hachimura, how terrific he was off the bench, but I also want to point to Anthony Davis defensively. 6 blocks, 3 steals. What's it like having him in there defensively?
He's one of the best players in the NBA. Simple as that. I don't think that gets enough credit to know that you're one of the best players in the NBA, and he's one of them. We got 2 of them. So for our group to come out and just sustain that and stay locked in as a unit and get the win is huge.
All right, D-Lo, 1-0.
1-0. I know what it feels like to be 1-0 here. You got to stay locked in and get the next one.
Appreciate it, man.
Yep.
D'Lo, a very efficient game, 19 points, 7 assists, was able to hit a few threes. I do want to talk about Austin Reeves. We were having a lot of fun here. The Dodger guys were over here, James Loney, John Hartung, and everyone watching Austin Reeves go on that run in the 4th quarter. And we all just said, it's pretty amazing, James, when LeBron is on the team and he's playing off ball and you're watching Austin Reeves take the team and make the decisions down the stretch on the pick and roll. He had a mid-range. He had a layup. He had a 3. He had another mid-range. He had 2 free throws, and he also went around the back to Rui. Those are 6 possessions in a row that Austin Reeves had. The decision-making, his ability, not afraid of the moment. First time in the playoffs, pretty special.
Extremely special, Geeter, and I believe in all of our ball handles. I believe in Russell. I believe in Schroeder, but I have to say this. Reeves is the best decision maker of the 3, especially down the stretch, because Geeter, he can pass, but more importantly, he draws fouls more than anybody I know, and he can complete the old-fashioned 3-point play. When he gets the ball and he starts to navigate and the defense is beside him or behind him, he's going to get that little bump shot floater, or he's going to make the right decision. Hitting big shots when we needed them down the stretch. Big threes, behind the back pass, finding LeBron and AD at the right moments. He doesn't panic.
Yeah.
A lot of guys will make a pass 1 second too early. Not Reeves. He'll wait. He'll wait to the right, and then he's so fun to watch and just an extremely smart player.
And Brez, in the 4th quarter, 14 points, 5 for 5.
How about that?
Can you get any better?
No. I mean, it's funny. I was coming down the hallway. The door was open here to the studio, and I heard you explode.
Yeah.
And I realized something good happened.
Well, yeah, because sometimes you miss it when you walk from the conference room.
Right. It's a dangerous walk. You want to get in here as quickly as you can. And I'm like, I'm missing a play. But I heard you yell.
Yeah.
So I knew it was something good for the Lakers. That was the Reeves behind the back pass. Absolutely worth watching on replay a couple times. We got to give the Laker front office some credit here. They're only up 1-0 in the first round. I get it. But think about these 2 players and how they got them. Reeves signed to a Summer League contract a few years ago, played in the Summer League. Then the Lakers gave him a 2-way deal. Then they upgraded that to a non-guaranteed deal, and he just keeps sticking around for obvious reasons. And then again, Rui, I love what they did leading up to the trade deadline. You know, deadline day, you've got the Russell Westbrook situation was not working, so you bring D'Angelo Russell in. I love that type of stuff. 6 new guys coming in. We already talked about Rui and D'Angelo, by the way, 1 for 9 shooting in that play-in game on Tuesday. He was very
19
confident.
and 7.
Yeah, I mean, very confident talking to the media since then. He said, you know, I just got to keep shooting. I can make 10 in a row. That's going to be hard to do in an NBA game, but he absolutely jumped back into the forefront of the Laker game plan today. Great all-around game for D'Lo.
And big game, I know you'll agree with me because you're a top 75 player of all time and you've won championships. The beauty of this game is that we've been talking for 10 minutes and we haven't had to talk about LeBron and AD yet. And they also had fantastic games. That's the sign of a good win and a good team because it meant that everyone was contributing.
It's the beauty of letting the team